Yes sir, it's your boy JT and I'm back again with another Madden 24 video today. In today's video, we're going to be going to pretty much a deep dive into the franchise mode. We're going to be going over the notes and changes and the new things coming to franchise. So we're going to be talking about that today. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys continue to show love. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to all my new subscribers. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys showing love. Continue to support the videos, man. Share them, like them. Continue to do that, man. I appreciate it. So we're gonna get into today. It's not gonna be Ultimate Team today. It's gonna be all about franchise. Like I said, I don't typically play franchise, so I don't know too much about franchise, to be honest with you. But I am gonna go over the information because it was released and put out there for you guys. So this video is strictly for the people that actually play franchise. If you play franchise, this video is gonna be hella useful for you. If you don't, you just stick to Madden Ultimate Team, then it's probably not gonna be that useful to you. But like I said, I don't know too much about franchise, but I'm just gonna go over all the notes and stuff and what's new and what they revealed to us on Twitter. So starting off, so for franchise, of course, starting off, there's going to be 34 new cities apparently where you can create a team or whatever the case may be. It's going to be 32 new franchise relocation uniforms as well. They did give us some of the examples of those 32 new franchise relocation uniforms. They didn't give us all of them. They only gave us about like 10 of them, but I'm going to showcase you guys these. So this is the first one. Like I said, I don't know the names of these actual teams itself, and apparently you can't actually create your own uniforms, which is so weird because back in the old Maddens you could actually like create your own uniforms, which is so weird. But these are some of the uniforms that they're going to give you for the teams. Like I said, I don't really know too much about the teams and what the names of the teams were and stuff like that, but this is some of the uniforms. I really like the purple and black. I like those a lot. That's a few there, and then got these here. A lot of these uniforms actually reach Ultimate Team as well. Like these ones I remember was in Ultimate Team for sure, the dragons or whatever. And then these ones is nice too. I wish they would bring these to Ultimate Team. That would be so dope. But a few of them were, but not all of them. And you got another one there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, what else we got? And then we got these two right here, which I think these two were in Ultimate Team as well for this past year. So I know about these two, but those are going to be some of the uniforms, but it is going to be 32 of them. So these are not all of them. They just showed us a few of them, of course. But there are going to be 32 new uniforms and 34 new cities as well. All right. And of course, I know a few days ago they dropped of course the whole like gridiron notes and everything about franchise leagues and everything. So all the new tools and all the new things coming and everything. So we're gonna check out this notes and stuff about franchise here. So you got Madden 24 franchise deep dive. I know I did a video a long time ago. I went over the deep dive and I went over, of course, the fact that they're bringing back training camp and mini games pretty much to franchise. So of course, starting off training camp, at the beginning of each season, training camp will give you an opportunity to improve your roster by running some of your players through a series of mini games in Madden 24 beta. They included every mini game in the training camp, of course, knowing we would optimize the list based on your feedback. The reasoning behind this was to ensure that training camp remained fun and worthwhile experience, but also was something that didn't take an extensive amount of time before being able to start your season. So these, of course, are going to be some of the mini games. You do have target passing, rushing attack, wide receiver battles, trench battles, chase and tackle, DB battles, field goal accuracy, coffin corners like the punter mini games. So some of the very old school games that we used to play in the old Maddens when we actually did have mini games, those are coming back pretty much. And of course, something else that they pretty much added, they said they added was weekly strategies. If you know anything about this, in addition to the training camp and mini games, have also been implemented to the weekly strategy loop. So each week after selecting your offense and defense game plans, each of your focus players except offensive linemen will have the opportunity to play through one mini game. All 26 mini games will be available for each focus player, will be limited to playing the mini game as they are eligible for. And also, because this is a weekly task, the reward will be much lower than, of course, the in training camp, and it is essentially used as a modifier for the player's bonus for XP. So if you know about weekly strategies, that's the update on that, what they're gonna be doing that. Now for trades, if you like to make a bunch of trades, Blockbuster Trades, trading picks, trading players in franchise, they made an update to that as well. Following the barrage of Blockbuster Trades over the last couple seasons. We knew that our trade system required a much needed overhaul, so they did that as well. The amount of trade slots, okay, so pretty much they're adding additional trade slots. NFL has doubled from their 3 to 6 and expanding these slots. They wanted to maintain a balance between realism and fun, which they should have already been doing, of stepping up into a GM's shoes. And unfortunately, the reality is that the vast majority of NFL trades, including 1 and sometimes 2 players, but very rare more. However, the fortunate reality is that Madden is a video game, and sometimes being ultra realistic isn't necessary as fun. So the amount of players you can add to a trade package will remain at 3, while the maximum number of picks you can be able to offer will be all 6 slots. So the maximum players is going to be 3, and then of course you'll have 6. They are doubling the slots, so you'll be able to have 6 slots. So if you needed to add in those additional picks, you can. All right, and they're going to be adding extra draft picks, being able to include up to 6 draft picks in a trade. Meant that we also needed to provide you with an additional capital to be able to pull off these blockbuster trades. We added an additional year of draft picks, so you are now will be able to trade for draft picks from the current year and the following year and 2 years out. So we weren't able to do that in years past, and now they're making that like more realistic, because that's actually realistic. Like the NFL does that. All right, now the trade tuning, there are an endless number of factors that go into how trades are offered and accepted with the additional trade slots. I'm very curious to see if they're going to bring back the trade block for MUT, but that's a whole nother conversation. It was vital that we made a complete pass over our trade tuning heading into Madden 24. Throughout the cycle, we have uncovered a number of issues that were causing problems and inconsistencies with how players were able to value, and have made many improvements that should result in players of all types being valued more consistently. So I'm guessing if it is in franchise, I guess we may be getting trade block back in Madden 24. Who knows? In MUT, who knows? But the changes to the trade block, since it was so broken this past year, in Madden 23, they added the ability to generate offers from your players and opposing players, and we've made several improvements. Okay, Madden 24, all of the trade tuning mentioned above also applies to getting offers functionality, and we also identified and fixed issues from last year where there would be offers populated that would not be accepted, and when attempting via manual trades. When you offer for players, whether he's on the team or another team, there will be a counter offer button when highlighting a potential package. Using this button will return you to a manual trades with the trade slots already filled and access from the package you selected, and allowing you to readjust your offer. So if you did have a lot of trouble with that last year, they're apparently fixing it. Okay, now commissioner tools and settings. So the depth chart recording, so there is now on and off option for recording reordering of the depth chart. With this setting on, the depth chart will be reordered to accommodate new acquisitions and slot them in the accordingly. With this setting off, it will be up to you to reorder your depth chart at all times and place any new acquisitions into the depth chart. Like, that's crazy, because how MUT has their own way of, you can put your players in positions, yada yada yada, but in franchise you couldn't do that. That's so weird to me. All right, now draft class strength. Let's see, we've done a lot over the last couple cycles to generate draft classes more unique and more fun, but outside hand editing the class, there hasn't been any easy way to customize and adjust classes until now. Under the new league setting tab in franchise, you'll find edit draft class strength. From there, you'll be able to edit the strength of each position in the draft with options that include very weak, normal, strong, and very strong. Each setting will adjust the likelihood of the certain types of prospects generating. So on a very strong, there will be more top prospects, and the chances of seeing a generational is 10 times higher than a normal. On very weak, the opposite is true, where generationals won't even have a chance to appear, and on other top tiers will have any extremely low chance. I don't understand that, but if you guys understand that, they're up in, like I said, I'm guessing they're changing it when it comes to prospects of the draft. The sleepers, who's sleeping, who's a high prospect, who's a low prospect, they're going to be changing how you're able to edit that and go through with that. Offensive and defensive play calling settings, something else. Previously, cooldowns and play calling limits were universal setting that apply to both the offense and defensive side of the ball. This year, commissioners will have the ability to apply these limits to offense and defense independently, so you have control of that. Fantasy draft order. Previous fantasy drafts could only be played in a standard order, going from picks 1 to 32 each round. This year, commissioners can choose this or a snake draft, which reverse the order each round. That's a very interesting way to draft. That's interesting. Free agent motivations impact. Whatever this is, the impact of motivations on players signing can now be adjusted or turned off. Raising the impact makes it easier to sign interested players, but more difficult to sign players with lower interest. Lowering the impacts makes it easier to sign players with low interest, but reducing the effect of the player having high interest, making them more difficult to sign than they would have been. So it's basically like if they're a free agent or something and they're interested in signing a contract with a team, and if they're mostly interested in you, I guess it's going to impact you totally different compared to the people that don't want to sign with your team. Trade difficulty. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, I lost my way. Trade difficulty. Trade difficulty can now be set with easy to very easy, reducing the value needed for a trade to complete, and hard/very hard, raising it. Okay. Home field advantage toggle. So there is now an on and off option for home field advantage while playing games, allowing home field advantage effect to be turned off. Turning their toggle off will turn off home field advantage as well as the M factors. Okay, so you can actually have control of home field advantage. All right, that's pretty nice. Some of this stuff I wish they would bring to MUT, honestly. Progression and regression sliders, they're adding that. There are now age-based progression sliders in addition to position-based ones. Players will progress at a rate based on the average of their age and position setting. Regression sliders have been added for both age and position, and the player's rate of regression will also be based on the average of their age and position, which is awesome. So we're not gonna have a 40-year-old out here running like a 20-year-old. I love it. Free agency negotiations per stage. Commissioners can now set the number of free agents a team can negotiate with during each stage of free agency. Each stage can be set to 1, 3, 5, 10, or unlimited. Draft timer. The draft timer will now have an option to be either on or off. When on, it will function as normal, and while off, picks will not advance until they're made by the CPU or the user. As far as the draft generator, you might be asking yourself, what is the draft generator? It's a loaded term, but the short answer is that they're the heart of every draft with a franchise mode. Okay, I'm not going to read that. That's too much going on. 99 club prospects. Again, building off the foundation of when introduced Madden 23, there will be more 99 club prospects this year than that will enter the league elite in specific areas of the game. Be on the lookout for now running back prospects with top in break tackle and injury, wide receivers with 99 juke, guards with 99 impact block, even a perfectly hydrated hitting machine at linebacker with a 99 hit power. That's awesome too. Implementing 99s into the franchise. Utility prospects and reading feedback regarding the types of prospects that you wanted to see. There was a common theme amongst wanting more out of position type generators, as well as prospects that were more multi-dimensional than we were currently offering. Injury prone, and it's just so much stuff, but that is just some of the stuff. I'm not gonna go through everything, but just to shorten it up, this is pretty much the list of the new things. A training camp. Of course, the 6 trade slides, the ability to restructure contracts, talent tree expansion, new 99 club draft prospects, injury prone draft prospects, revamped progression and regression sliders, the ability to do snake fantasy draft, revamp free agent motivations, revamp weekly strategies, the ability to trade draft picks that are 2 years away instead of just 1, cooldowns and play call limits now decided by the users instead of being universal, new uniforms, team relocations, including out of the country locations, and trade difficulty sliders. So that's pretty much shorten it up, all the list of all the new things in the whole revamp of franchise. So if you want to read the rest of the stuff, because it's literally so much, like this video will be 30 minutes if I would keep going. If you want to read the rest of it, I will definitely drop the link in the comments, and you guys can go ahead and check that out and look through all the intimate details of everything. But that's pretty much it for this video. I just want to give y'all a little bit of franchise. I know I don't really play franchise, but I just wanted to give you guys that. I know some of you guys do play it, so that is some of the new updates for franchise. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys continue to show love, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.